Hello, YouTube. Well, I got a graphics card for this Compaq machine from RMX77 here on YouTube, and thanks, dude. I definitely appreciate it. It's another RIVA TNT2 card. The last one I had in here, as you guys might remember, just got really hot and burnt itself up right in front of my face. Actually, I don't think it even did that. It was just like defective out of the box. I have to go back and look at the video. I can't quite remember, but I think it was just bad from the start. But this one works, and it doesn't get obscenely hot like the other one did. So I don't think that. I think that one I had might have been shorted somehow or whatever. But anyway, I got Windows 98 running on this machine very, very, very well. I've moved my Chime Chinese monitor here with the one stuck pixel and the built-in speakers on here, and it does quite well for a 98 box. So let's turn it on. I have 512 megs of RAM in this thing, which is way overkill for a Windows 98 machine. There's a TNT2. It's all running very well. I have the 98 CD in the drive still for whatever reason. Well, let's boot it up. 98, man. That's how it's done. Hey, it found my monitor. Blah 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 blah. Boot, 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 my friend. Those built-in monitor speakers don't sound great, but they're a hell of a lot better than the other stuff I have lying around. I can't fit speakers on this desk in this particular corner, as you can see. There's just too much crap in the way. So I shall demonstrate these speakers with Canyon. No. Show the files. Yeah, I'm using a trackball to do all this, so it's kind of annoying. Alright, Canyon. This may sound familiar to you guys. That is because I put the Sound Blaster 128 PCI Value Edition in this particular computer. It's a pretty crappy sound card, but it's a hell of a lot better than the onboard MIDI, which is just like next to nothing pretty much. Games actually run, and music actually works with it. So I'll show you a few games running on here. So this is sort of my secondary Windows 98 machine. It's like my compact version of it. I could bring this to a retro LAN party, and then it would work pretty well. I'll show you Doom. I'll show you the fact that Doom works. This is what I'm using for the audio. Wave Blaster for music, Sound Blaster for sound effects. So Wave Blaster sounds very good. Yes, I know. So let's run Doom. There you go. Runs quite well. And all the sound works and everything. That was the problem with the onboard audio. Half the time, MIDI music just wouldn't work. The sound effects would work, but the music would not. I think the most temperamental program I've ever made, most temperamental game in the world with sound cards is Epic Pinball. I swear to God, at least to date with me, it's the most annoying to get working. I'll show you what I had to do on this particular computer. I had to go to Sound Blaster Clone here. So this is a real Sound Blaster. It's a Value Edition one, but I have to go to Clone and just use high quality 486/33 megahertz setting for it to work. Because any other setting, it slows the audio down to a crawl. I think that game was meant for ISA sound cards and pretty much nothing else. Because it only works properly on my main 98 build downstairs with the all 32 in it. But I got it to work. And it's at the correct speed. The music, that is. It has little crackles here and there in it, but I can deal with that as long as the music's correct. that seems to be working quite well. And there you go. I guess I'll show one more game. Why not? Let me show you an example of a game that just doesn't work properly, even with this newer sort of value edition sound card. It's Oregon Trail. It doesn't work that well. You're supposed to hear music. Well, that's clipping pretty bad. But you're supposed to hear music at the menu here, and you hear nothing. So I'll go back and change the sound card to PC speaker, and it will work. On AdLib it does the same thing, so in case you guys are wondering, AdLib or Sound Blaster, it does the same thing. See, on PC speaker the music works. This is what you're supposed to hear. This particular little tune. That's the built-in speaker on the side of the Compaq. PC speakers music is kind of annoying, in my opinion, so I'd rather have it on Sound Blaster. Anyway, I don't want to hear music all the time. I'd rather have music semi-work than... You know what I mean. But that's an example of a game that doesn't quite work properly with these newer sound cards, and that's why I went with the ISA bus sound card for the other machine. Sega Outrun, though, uses the PC speaker, and it actually sounds good. Look at that. This game actually lets you, you can use CGA, Tandy, EGA, VGA, or Hercules. Hercules is kind of cool if you have an IBM PC lying around. Here's an example of PC speaker music that doesn't suck. A little bit of modulation there, it's kind of cool. That's the one I usually pick. You can just turn it off. So, yeah, that's an example of a game that just requires PC speaker music. And PC speaker sounds great on this Compaq because of this little built-in speaker on the side where I'm pointing here. It sounds very good for what it is. UXW Bill led me on to believe that, and he's definitely right. That little speaker right there is quite good for what it is, since it's the sound. It looks on the inside like there's something substantial behind it. It's not just like a little bleeper going neep 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 neep. Then there are games like Centipede here, which don't work. I think these are meant for a lot slower machines and probably needs a slowdown program. Wow. This is a 1983 PC game. It probably does need a slowdown program. Watch what happens. See, this works, but when I press F1 here to start the game, it just kind of... Yeah. Yeah, I need to find a slowdown program, I think, for this. And this is one of those where I have to... Control-Delete on this keyboard is very awkward. I have to push both of these with my thumb and then hit Delete with my finger. So I'll end Centipede there. But yes, Windows games should work absolutely fine. I mean, I won't have problems with sound and things like that when it comes to Windows-based games. And that's mainly what I want this one up here for, is for the Windows-based stuff, for demonstration purposes. Like, if I want to show you guys, let's say, 3D Ultra Pinball, or Thinkin' Science, or Kid Pix Studio Deluxe or something, I can use this computer to do it, or the eMac to do it over there. So, having another vintage machine up here, it's just fun, man. Why not? Anyhow, I just thought I would do a little update on the Compaq Deskpro EN and what I'm doing with it now. Now it's a fully functional, well, mostly functional Windows 98/DOS games box. This would do better with Windows software than it would with DOS software. That Intel 440 board I have is a lot better than that for games, but this one doesn't do too badly if you can get the sound working and get some slowdown programs. So, there you have it, guys. Just thought I'd show you this. Have a good one, everybody. Ciao.